old friend of mine that I used to work with, actually work for, is a older commercial fisherman on the lower mainland, I think Vancouver Island too, has been messaging me and calling me to go get some cedar from his property on Vancouver Island that they cut down. First growth cedar. So I said, well, I better get myself some first growth cedar because it's way better to carve than the second growth and stuff like that. The growth rings are way tighter. So basically, for me to get a trailer load of second growth, third growth cedar is $400 delivered here. My friend is giving me the cedar. I have another good friend that has lent me his dumper truck. Frank. Thanks, Frank. So this is $350. I think it's a 1-ton or something. But I am driving this over to Vancouver Island and to load this up with cedar. First growth. And then I said, well, because I'm going there first thing in the morning and I'm coming back later in the day, so I said I'll have some time to do my friend that's giving me the cedar. I'll take some tools over there and carve him a wood spirit. It's in Coombs. Like, Coombs is a pretty cool place. There's like a little village there that have goats that live on a roof and stuff. And then I got another friend that's, Brad is his name, that owns the property. And my other friend that I used to work with on the marina, his name is Shawn. Now Shawn moved over to Vancouver Island maybe 5, 6, 7 years back. But Shawn was my good friend, and that's how I met Brad. I met Brad through Shawn. So Shawn only lives 2 minutes away from Brad. So I'm not too sure if they're going to want to be on YouTube, but got to take your friend some carvings when you go see him. I got my chainsaw. I'm just going to take my little Echo 2511. So this is the day before the journey, and hopefully it works out good. Knock on wood. Looks like it's going to be a beauty of a day. Too bad I'm not at work over there. Sun's out. 6:30 in the morning. Almost at the ferry. Two hours. Anyways, 30 minutes left. So I had the Ferry reserved as it's a normal vehicle, but when I got to the Ferry till thing, there's a lighthouse right there. When I got to the Ferry till, they said it's a commercial vehicle, so normally it's $115. Well, I think it was like $100 for a normal vehicle for one way for this trip, but the commercial vehicle is $150. So $150 there, $150 back. That's $300, probably a couple $100 in fuel, I imagine, $350. So there's $500 trip. But like I think I said earlier in the video, I pay $400 for a trailer load full of shitty second growth wood, third growth cedar that has the big rings in it. This stuff's a lot tighter. And you know, all you have to really do, if you think about it, all I have to do is carve one owl, sell it for $300, and a wood spare for a couple $100, and that pays for the wood. It's just about I think this is just about seeing some old friends and going for a nice little trip. Anyways, don't know if that's a whale watching boat or Little ferry. Alright, we're on the island. We're going to right by Coombs. Couple old cars here. Not that I really care, but I'm about 10 minutes away. So I got a new friend. Hi, Rocky. Just showed up to my old good friend Shawn's place. Hey, Shawn.
Hey.
How's it going? This is my first time. He moved from the... How long ago did you move from the mainland?
7 years ago.
7 years ago. And look at this property he's got. This is paradise. Holy, he's even a gardener. Who's the gardener?
Corey, Alan.
Yeah, beautiful. Your house is like a log cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Shawn likes old cars and trucks and stuff too. Wow, man, this is wicked. Oh, don't mind me, Shawn. I'll just take over here. Got an old Spirit here. I brought my
a couple of your carvings.
yeah, I brought a couple ones. I didn't have much room. So you guys here, look, here's a... This is when I basically first started carving these, isn't it, Shawn?
Yeah, yeah.
What kind of wood is that? Older or something?
Older, yeah.
See, even though it's got the big crack, it still looks cool.
Yeah. It's got character.
Yeah. What is this little...
This is the bike shed.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I don't want to kill my battery, but Shawn's going to show me around. So here's, just carved Rob, here's Shawn's old truck.
52 International.
52 International. Yeah, he built this. What kind of engine does it got, Shawn?
350 with a 700 R4, which we got out right now in the shop because we blew the casing in half.
Oh, yeah.
Last year.
So
we're trying to get it together for Ryder's graduation. So he's going to drive it around.
Yep. Beautiful, man. Look at the lift. You got a wicked lift, eh?
Yeah.
If anybody needs a John Deere tractor, I'll give you Shawn's address. Just kidding. Yeah, anyways, I'm not a car guy, but right on, man. Where is the engine? Right there?
No, the engine's still in it.
Is this you rebuilding this one or something?
That's Ryder's D21 engine, one of them.
Oh, yeah.
He turboed it. Not that one. That's he got from a friend who's gonna play around with it.
Like father, like son?
Yeah.
Very good. So we're just leaving Shawn's house and we're going over to Brad's. Something that I saw here when I drove up, kind of gave me a little chuckle. If I can get it on camera. There's this place here that has like, I don't know if we're going right or left. If we're going right, I can show you. No, we're going left. But anyways, there's the dinosaurs over there. Yeah, I sure love Vancouver Island. I would really love to live here. It's a lot more open than the city, that's for sure. But I think we're almost at Brad's place. It's like 2 minutes away. Thanks for letting me use this truck, Frank. It really means a lot. And it's working great so far. So here's Brad's place. Now, I don't know if Brad's going to want to be on YouTube or not. Most older fishermen don't want to. But Brad's pretty cool. Look at all this property here. Yeah, this over here is called Paradise. Shawn's just opening the gate. Good job, Shawn. Oh man, did we used to bug each other when we used to work together. Came to close to fights a couple times. Yeah, but all's good. No fights. Close though. We like to screw around with seal bombs with each other. So here we are at Mr. Brad's place. We got another artist, Stephanie, here. She's going to show us some of her... Stephanie? She's going to show us some of her art. Shawn, here's Mr. Brad.
How you doing,
The,
guys?
were you my boss, or did I work for when we worked together?
You worked for us on the boats.
Yeah, but you were the boss for you because you worked for Brad, right?
There's always a boss above the boss.
Yeah. So,
Shelter
anyways,
Island Marina.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shelter
so-
Island and down for the 2 road, eh?
yeah, I did some of that. What was it called? Corking.
Yeah.
That was a
That
shitty
was on the sleep robber, I believe.
sleep. Brad still has that boat.
Pardon me?
He still has that
Yeah.
boat. You still talk to Brad, or?
I haven't talked to him for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
No. Yeah.
Okay, look at this cedar here. But let's go look at her art first. She says she takes apart pallets and does West Coast art on it. Oh, nice. Beautiful. So she takes apart the pallets, she said. Do you have a
Raincoast Rustics.
is it on
Instagram and Facebook. I just
nice?
take photos of Tofino and Euclid and then I paint them on pallets.
She takes apart the pallets and rebuilds them.
Yeah,
Very nice.
sweet.
What's your thing on Instagram?
Raincoast Rustic.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
So you
I'm
guys
in
check it out.
Qualicum Beach.
Qualicum Beach.
Yeah.
Are you Brad's son's wife?
No,
Oh.
I'm an old neighbor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You don't live here anymore?
No, I'm in Qualicum.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
close though.
Close. Yeah, we're still good friends.
Awesome. Thanks. Thanks for showing us. Beautiful stuff. So we're gonna look at the cedar now, but Brad, this cedar's coming from your property, Brad?
Yeah, we've been here for quite a while.
Yeah. And it's all off the property, first growth cedar. But we've got the beautiful. This is I got some of this wood before. Frank, if you're watching this video, this is the same wood that I carved your skull piece out of. It's super dark brown cedar, first growth. And the tree, the top, this is the bottom part of the tree, and the top part had it had burns in it. It was burnt. That's how the tree died. Anyways, but Brad's got excavators, and he said he can get this out for me. So this will be 2 or 3 pieces in the back. This is perfect size stuff. I'm gonna put my hand here for reference, so you guys can see. But it's perfect size. I don't want to start carving bigger shit than I've already done. Like, I'm fat and 51, so this is perfect. Anyways. Let's go see that hot chick again. So yeah, we're more in the open now, and there's his cows. And I said to him, oh, because his son lives on the property too. I says, oh, is that where your son lives? He goes, no, that's the barn. Well, could live in that, no problem, but such beautiful property around here.
That's the house over there.
That's his house over there. Then is that Brad's property too?
That's Brad's house, yeah.
Oh, then that's Brad's house over there. Anyways, beautiful. Look at those.
The house that you were at before is my son's house.
Yeah.
This house here is my son's house.
Yeah, that's his son's house. Brad, you were a commercial fisherman, right?
Yes, we were.
Yeah, and like up in Prince Rupert and shit.
Well, we spent some time in Rupert, but we had outfits in Port Hardy.
Port Hardy, and yeah. Yeah, so Brad worked hard all his life for this. Anyways,
Not over yet.
not over. Yeah, he's still going. Look at that hair, is awesome, Brad, and the fucking the mustache rules, buddy.
Do you know what a haircut costs nowadays?
Yeah. Just... So here's Brad's house, and here's one of the carvings I did when. This is that same piece of wood, so you guys can see it. This is
That was probably about, what, 6 years ago or 5 years ago or something?
yeah, when I first started doing wood spirits. Man,
Nice piece of wood.
yeah, look at the wood. How like it's. You can see here where it's burnt. I had about that much char on the outside of it that I had to clean up. I was blacker than, well, let's say black when I carved this. But I remember at the time I was so proud of this carving. This is going to be a backtrack to the beginning of my art. So there's my skull. That's my skull replica. That's what I live with today. That's how big the skull is in my head. There it is in my case there. The horns around it and stuff, like the glass case. There's the scar. There's the day after I first fell off. I have a traumatic brain injury, everybody. There's a scar. Sorry, that's kind of graphic. That's about a week after. So there's the book I wrote. This is at a book signing party. I wrote, before I did any art, there's my girlfriend, and I was signing her book at the party. I think like 250 people showed up for the book release party. After I wrote the book, you can buy it on Amazon, The Willpower to Live. Then I started painting, and this is probably my favorite one here. Then I started painting. I used charcoals and acrylic paints. Now you guys can see, for my normal followers and friends, how, like, look at the swirls in there. Look at those lines. There's an octopus. That thing's like 4 feet by 4 feet. They're all big. You can see, look at the flower petals. You can see how everything's incorporated. I'm just carrying on my carving, what I did painting. And I had, see, there's like a lady bonsai tree. Lots of my, like, mountains like this, a bonsai tree, lots of faces are hidden inside my paintings too. But I had a good friend with my friend Frank that lent me the truck. He's an artist. He's a jeweler. We're going to do a collaboration pretty soon. But I was trying to explain something. He goes, "What do you mean?" And I says, "Well, I just can't, I don't know. I just can't carve things." He goes, What do you mean? You can't replicate things?" And I says, "No, I can't. I can't. Every time I try to replicate something, I can't do it." He goes, "That's fine. Just keep doing what you're doing. Why do you need to replicate it?" And lots of long story short. Anyways, so it made me realize, like, I guess that was a bad day. There's a noose. But it's just, you guys find your passion and do what you want to do. So I started painting. Then I started going beachcombing because I was getting bored of painting. I'd stay up till like 6 a.m. These paintings are like, they're big. They're not small. There's one I drew for my old girlfriend, and I put it on Facebook. Well, she just broke up we broke up. I says, if I said something, I put it on Facebook. I wanted her to come and get that, but she never did. So anyways, whatever. Nothing can cure a broken heart. I don't know, man. I suffer from it. There's the Oni. I just carved one. Here's us at Science World, downtown Vancouver. And this is for all the people that want to think about going into craft shows or art shows. This is downtown Vancouver in Science World. It was called Art World Expo, where I had my friends. There's my good buddy on the left there. I do a close-up of him. That was Frank's friend too. Dale, he was a painter. He painted for a lot of I thought I did a close-up of him, but he painted for a lot of our friends. And he's passed away now. There he is. Yeah, good old Dale. He came down to the Art World Expo and helped us set it up. So you guys, if, like, I talk about those things, those shows, go if you want to get out there and get your art up. Go try those craft shows and stuff at Christmas time and stuff. I've done them all. Here's downtown Vancouver Library. Here's one of my paintings. All right. It's a koi fish one. That's how big most of my paintings are. You can see size there, right? I won it. I won the competition. It was a friendly competition. They drew a name, but I won it. Out of like 30, and there was some pretty freaking wicked artists there. It was just a fluke winning it. So here's like a native hummingbird. There's a spirals, look, going to a hummingbird feeder. Here's for a girl that I know, her husband, he was my friend. He died, so I painted that for her. Here's some more koi fish. I'm surprised I haven't carved much koi fish. These when I get into the wood carvings, here's fall colors and some maple leaves I love to do. I love the fall colors. There's more Japanese stuff. The Oni in the back. There's a little tiny house on that moon. I gave it to my friend. It's called The Little House on the Moon. Just a little tiny house. There's some birds, kind of like, so that's white charcoal on top of acrylic paint. It's really hard to do. There's a hummingbird. It's really hard to do the charcoal on top of paint because you can't smudge it. I donated this to the Ladner Legion. You can see it's a war vet. There's some planes up in the sky with the poppies and the gravesite in the back. More Japanese. There's a skull just in the top left there. And the Oni mask and there's a Harley one doing a catwalk. I gave that to my friend Ian, but he got murdered. So here I am after I was tired of painting. I started going down to the beach getting flat boards and drawing and painting koi fish on them. And I said to myself, why am I here? I'm starting, that's wood burnt. There's a bonsai tree with the moon in the background. I'm like, why don't I carve it and I can start making it look more round? And that's how I started carving, everybody. I started painting the driftwood. Then I said, I want to try and carve it because I can't paint it to make it look round. So there's one of my first wood spirits. Look at those wood spirits. Those are some of my first ones. And I'm telling you, I was so proud. I sold those things for $30 or $40. And I sold so many of them. I could not keep. It was a popular. I don't know if people in my town wanted them. But look at them. Those are some of my first ones. And I'm telling you, I was so proud of those $30 to $50, $20. I'd sell those ones for $30 each. Sell them and buy better tools. Get better. There's some. I thought I lost that voiceover. There's some big, so anybody can carve wood spirits. There, I'm starting to practice face with some leaves and stuff like that. It's like a Asian. I just gave this. This is one of my first pot. My friend turned that for me. It's maple, and then I just gave this to Brad and his wife. I think on Vancouver Island today. So they got that one. Look, I carved a killer whale. I don't even remember carving that. So I know I can carve killer whales. It's that soapstone in the back that I carved. There's another old carving fusion thing that I made. So I got all these pictures off my Facebook. This one is called Karen's Dream. It's like you see the brighter part. It's a lady's face, and that's all her hair in the background. There's a real eagle's talon in there. I'm just kidding. It's pretend, but it's real, but it's pretend. I made this for Fuck Bob and his wife Sandy. He still has it. These ones, all these ones I'm showing now that I was super proud of. This was to go over top of their oven. There's like a thing. There's me at a show with my buddy Brennan, the stunt guy, my buddy Jeremy, there to support me. There's a nice koi fish one I did. My buddy's parents bought that off me, all in cedar. There's a table I made. I still got that. I got that root off the beach. Now here's an eagle head I did. If it looks like an eagle head. That's what my eagle heads look like. They're better than that now. Here's another one. I put some eagle feathers there by it. These are the ones that I was proud of at the time. Now here's a raven head that I did to make it look native. I painted it. The raven that has the sun in its mouth. See the sun in the end there? That's gold. And I used the real cedar bark or something hair. I don't know what I used for the hair. It's got real abalone shell. But that looks like a native carved it. That's what carving fusion is. If I want to carve, there's a moon. If I want to carve native in Japan and mix them together, I don't care what anybody says. There's another eagle with the, I sent that to a huge member in Haida Gwaii. That's in Haida Gwaii right now. This was the biggest carving that I've done. This is a big, huge look, it's like an elephant's foot, big, huge cedar stump. Yeah, my friend Troy had to help me block it out with the eagle heads on there. That thing was heavy, man, when I started. See, those eagle heads look cool. Who's got that? Oh, my buddy Tyler has it. Excuse me, I was just drinking water. But here's a wizard that I did that's sitting on the bench down at the Spirit Trails. You can see how fresh and clean the tarp looked. Here's some little wood spirits I did. These are ones I'm proud of. Here we go. There's my step parents have that one. This one, silly guy, look at his eyes. Looks like a whimsical character. His head's just popping out of the ground. There's Grumpy Jesse and Lee. Proud of both of them. Lee's starting to get old. This one is after I carved with Ryan Cook and Uncle Kevin. I was super happy about. They taught me some detail stuff. There's another one of my carving. I think that was a sticker. So there's a couple pieces a lady bought off me for her husband for his birthday. Just dragonfly and butterflies on it. This was a big piece my buddy bought off me. And it's good to go to your friend's house and see your old pieces. This is the spy. It's like a flat board. There's the wizard. Long live the wizard from way back yonder. And here it is. This is the last one. This is the end of the voiceover. The skulls. Frank had the skulls. There's the one Brad has on the left.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, and look at the wood. It's just
Stood up beautiful.
it's the same color as this, because I did one with a bunch of skulls on it. That I gave it to my buddy Frank. It's same color.
Oh, that's the same tree that
That's the wood. Yeah.
we get them.
Look at it. Yeah.
Tight.
I always wanted to take 2 little red LEDs and put them in his eyes.
Good.
Drill straight through to the back.
Yeah, I was proud of this one at the time.
Well, look at it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, well, we'll carve you a probably better one today.
Use vegetable oil for your bar oil?
Yeah, if I don't have normal bar oil, vegetable oil is good too, right? Lots of curvy.
Yeah, it doesn't stain it, I guess.
Well, we got one nice log in the truck already, and they got I think that's a maple log, Shawn.
Might be.
Yeah, we got a maple log cut up here to do a carving for Brad. I gave Shawn a carving or two, and this is maple here. Hard maple. So I'm gonna carve a nice, classy wood spirit in here with a long mustache and a long beard. And they're gonna, Shawn and Brad he's going to get me the generator because I got some power tools. Shawn and Brad, I bet Shawn $1,000 that I'll have this done by the time they get that old wood out of the thing.
Money.
Yes, Shawn's gonna be rich. And the other piece of log that I want to get is right here. Nice light, tight grain, first growth cedar right there. So you know if Brad can hit it from the side, right, to get that out.
Yeah. Knock it off that one. Grab it. Sling it.
Thanks for helping, Shawn.
You betcha, buddy.
So I'm not going to film too much carving this wood spirit because you guys have seen me carve 1,000 of them, but I brought my older little 193 Echo. This is a light saw, and it's got the cannon bar on there with a 043 gauge chain that's a thinner, and my little Echo Ryan Cook saw. Anyways, this is Al too, by the way. That's Shawn's father-in-law. Yep. Yeah, he lives on Shawn's property too. No, Shawn and Al used to live in Ladner, where I live. Al, how many years did you live in Ladner for?
Oh, forever.
Yeah, forever. You fisherman too?
Nope. Never fisherman. Construction.
Construction, yeah. So anyways, he's a smart guy too, so he's helping out. And I'll be back over here later in the summer to do some bigger carvings for these guys in their property. He lives on, well, they live on the same property. Anyways. So yeah, anyways, 15 minutes later, there's just your nice casual wood spirit. This is Douglas fir, super hard wood. That's what it is, Douglas fir, yeah. Old growth. That's all you need. That's all you need. Ah, where's Shawn? I won. Here he comes. I won. I won. Here he comes in the truck. I won $1,000. I finished like 5 minutes ago. Oh, I just,
You're not done
oh,
yet.
I'm done. It's done. Look at it.
Looks great, man.
Thanks, man. Oh, look at this beautiful cedar. Oh yeah, that is the cat's ass right here. Look at the color in this. See how it's burnt? Lots of work to clean up this char, but I'm telling you, once you get to the heart, to nice wood, it's beautiful, man. That's some nice cedar. Thanks, Shawn. Was it hard to get out of there?
Not with an excavator.
$1,000, buddy. How do you think it looks, Shawn? That was super hard. Douglas fir.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a basic one, just a nice one.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
And as it weathers, it'll look a lot cooler.
Yeah, it'll get better.
Way better. Signed right here. I signed it, Shawn, so that's all I got. Okay, he's put another piece of cedar in the truck, or he's pulling a piece out so we can get bigger pieces in there. And man, that's nice cedar. And we're going to pressure wash it because he's got a pressure washer right there. I still got an hour and a half left to, told him I'll carve another freaking wood spirit on cedar, make it better. This one kind of looks like it's got makeup, but once the weather hits it, it will look super cool. Man, this was hard wood. This is nice. This is first growth too. Oh yeah. Hey Brad, you want to try the carving? You want to try the carving saw? Carve something? Carve a salmon? Carve a sockeye? Talking about. Look at that. Oh yeah. That's killer. That's killer. Nice dark cedar, man. What, this one will fit in there, Shawn, like that?
This will fit in.
Oh, perfect.
Let's see.
We're gonna pressure wash some of this char off, so it's a little bit easier for me to clean up at my tent. Good job, Shawn. Frank would be proud. That's Frank's truck.
Oh, yeah. Good truck, Frank.
Good job, bud. So we're loaded pretty good. If this was my truck, I'd have it loaded up there, but this is not my truck. This is Frank's truck, and I have to respect Frank. This is the only one that's not first growth. See how the rings are wider there? But it's still nice. But all this other stuff, you can't even really see the rings in there. So tight, such beautiful cedar. Especially this burnt stuff. Yeah. Boy, oh boy, I'm a lucky man. You know, it always comes back. If you give somehow, some way, it comes back to you. We're gonna do Brad's got tons of property here. We're gonna have a weekend for all those people in Vancouver Island. We're gonna have a weekend where I'm set up carving along the highway so people can buy my carvings. And Brad's friend, that beautiful lady that was here, this is going to be an ice cream truck. They're going to sell ice cream. Shawn's wife sells flowers, so they'll do that, and we'll try and find some other artists to jump on board for the big carving and craft show. Maybe I'll even see if Uncle Kevin and Ryan Cook could come. This is about an hour away from Uncle Kevin's house, so maybe Kevin will come too. I know they're super busy, but we'll see. But we're gonna do it. And I told Brad, I says, I don't care if I don't sell carvings, because like you guys see all Brad's property, Shawn's property, they can take their carvings and put their carvings around their properties. we'll just blast off a bunch of wood spirits in 2 or 3 days. There's enough cedar here, why not? So I got it all tied down, tarp over it. I had to just get out of there in a hurry because I got to reach the ferry. But anyways, before it sails away without me. But so, yeah, that weekend that we're thinking, Brad will talk to Stephanie and we'll figure out a weekend where we want to do it. And I don't care, I won't see, this is his property, this corner here too. So he wants to set up over there. So I can carve over there. He'll bring a bunch of cedar. They can sell ice cream. Stephanie can sell her paintings that I showed. Shawn's wife can sell the flowers. And here's the highway. And tons of tourists come down this highway. Right by the Sand Hill Farm Market. I don't know if that's what Brad named it. But anyways, that's all his property too. Okay, to the ferry. So I'm about 10 minutes away from the ferry. Look at this logging truck. Look at all those cedar logs. But you know what? It's not as nice. That stuff, well, some of it's Douglas fir, but it's not as nice as the stuff I got. So I made it back to the ferry, no problem. Man, am I a lucky guy. Yep. What a fun trip. I'm gonna be going over to the island that way more than I'm gonna be going more that way, do some carving over there where Brad lives, and do some carvings for Brad and Shawn. So man, you know, but when I get to my tent, I'll cut these in half. I'll dump this tomorrow. So I'm going to end this part of the video now, and tomorrow I'll dump it, cut it, and place it in my Carving Fusion warehouse. But man, am I ever a lucky man. It's a full boat. So I'm probably going to have to wait about an hour before I get something to eat. Anyways. Alright, it's the next morning. Now it's time to go dump the logs. And this is the part where I say, Jordy, what the fuck were you thinking? Yep. Alright, let's take a look at these end grains here. Oh, nice. Now they say the darker ones, because that's the tree that was in the fire, and it's darker, they say that the longer that it's standing or laying on the ground dead, I don't know, some chemicals inside the wood make it darker. The longer that it's been dead. The greases or whatever it is, I don't know how to so like this one hasn't been dead for too long, because you can see it's not that dark. But this one's been dead for a long time. Anyways, I'm waiting for my buddy Brendan to show up now. I'd also like to say, well, remember, thank you very much, Frank, for letting me use the truck. I'm going to wash her up and get her back to you today. Thanks, Shawn. Thanks, Al. And thanks, Brad, for the wood. Let's try and make that show thing on the, like a carve and craft thing. Let's make that happen this summer. And I'll keep all the YouTubers, my friends on here, subscribers, informed about, because there's some followers that are on Vancouver Island that can come and say hello when I'm carving on Vancouver Island sometime this summer. So while I'm waiting for my buddy Brendan to show up, I thought I'd show you guys this water feature. I carved it all out here. There's going to be rocks here, right, because the tube's going to come out here to spread the water. There's going to be rocks here, and there's going to be rocks right here too. And yeah, so I'm going to get that done too. Also, Look how cool these things are. Look at that. It's a wood spirit or some kind of spirit, some old man face on there. These are, I picked these up for $100 on Facebook Marketplace. They're for a table. So they're super old and rustic. So I got the cedar slabs right there. So I'm going to clean these up. I'm going to leave them rustic. I'm just going to probably get a wire wheel and clean up the old face and stuff like that. And how cool are those? Yep, so I'll be working on that whenever I get time. So my buddy Brendan showed up, the professional stunts performer, supporting the old school carving fusion shirt. You can tell he's never even worn it. It's still brand new, and that's like 20 years old. Professional stunts performer, Brendan.
Let's get at it.
Yep, thanks for being here, and thanks for bringing the coffee. Let's get this done. I got to keep the truck running when I lift this thing up. Yep. What was I thinking? What was I thinking?
Primo. Primo.
Oh, fuck, that's heavy! Oh.
Hey, hey.
In there. Nice. The goalie's in here. Perfect. Super B, get off your ass, let's get to work. No. Okay, he's on a break. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna count offline. Okay, so there's 17 pieces. I don't want to carve anything bigger than this. Nice eagle, nice owl. Like, look at those massive pieces over there. I gotta carve. This is about as tall as I want pieces I want to carve. So now, if you look at the math, I paid for the ferry, for the gas, like I said earlier in the video, $500, maybe a little bit more. But I do a nice owl on this piece, or a nice eagle, or even a nice wood spirit, or a nice whatever you want to freaking do. There's $300 or $400, $500. If you're Ryan Cook, there's $1,000. So it's all profit from here, kids.
Paying me like 800, aren't you?
Huh? Yep. It's always easy, even when I go beach combing, it always seems easy to load it in the back of the 2-runner, but anyways, good job. So this is a cheap Amazon PV. Just want to show you guys how this is really good for your back. It lifts the wood off the ground. See it? You don't have to pick it up right from the ground. It's already up, saves your back. Just like you're lifting weights. Got them all stood up. That's the hardest part of the job. Hey Brad, we got a problem here. We got some rot in this one.
You get it
Yeah, I need a receipt, Brad. You got a little bit of rot here too. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you guys. I got the new flowers in the old beehive. Yep. Oh man. Oh. Good job, Brennan. Great job. So she's all loaded up. Yeah, I'm not going to be carving crazy this summer. This will last. I got enough wood in here to last me all summer. I'm not, like I said on one of my other videos, I'm going to be working more or less carving, and I'm moving right now too. So look at all that. Thanks again, Brad, Shawn, Brad's wife, Al, and big thanks to my buddy and Frank for letting me use the truck. My buddy Brendo, thanks so much for helping, even though you charged me $300. Sure, it's kind of dirty.
Brother.
Sure, it's dirty.